Over 800 cities across the world participated in the Occupy movement. In Edinburgh, a peaceful protest was held in St Andrew's Square opposite a Royal Bank of Scotland branch. The message from the protesters in every city was the same: bankers should pay themselves out of the credit crisis and the rest of the public should not be affected.
We've just come from the Mound off Princes Street. We've just been protesting against the possible sell-off of a large number of council services here in Edinburgh to private companies. I'm in the trade union Unison, and ourselves, along with other campaigners in local areas, have been campaigning against the possible privatisation of services in Edinburgh. We think about maybe 3,000 to 4,000 employees would be involved.
Was there a big number of people there at the moment?
There's 40 to 50 of us there. The main purpose of us coming together really was to hear a couple of speeches, but more importantly, leaflet the public in Princes Street and here as well.
Is there a lot of leafleting going about?
There's people, 3 groups of people leafleting Princes Street, and we've come to leaflet this occupation movement today as well.
So you're here to participate in this occupation movement as well?
At the end of the day, our services are being cut and our members are possibly losing jobs throughout Britain because money's being given to the banks and taking out of public sector.
What's your opinion on that? That's like a personal point of view of the banks and the way the money's being treated.
Well, I don't think we should be paying for the bankers' crisis. Bankers are still getting massive bonuses of maybe £7 billion the last time it was announced.
Yeah.
While there's massive cuts in the public sector. We're balloting just now for strike action on November the 30th because our pensions are under threat. And that's directly linked to the banking crisis and the fact that the government is taking money out of the public sector and targeting public sector pensions. They allege that we've got gold-plated pensions, but the average pension in local government is only £4,000 a year, and for women it's only £2,800 a year. So it's hardly gold-plated pensions.
So if say the government were here to listen today,
we'd say leave our pensions alone. We'd say make the bankers pay for the crisis themselves. We'd say recover the taxes that have been taken, the tax burden taken off the rich and put on other people. It's calculated that in Britain, tax avoidance, tax evasion, and just problems collecting tax mean that £120 billion a year is not collected in tax.
Yeah.
If that was collected in tax, we wouldn't have to cut public services. Yeah. If they stopped the war in Afghanistan, we wouldn't have to cut public services. The money is there in Britain. Britain is a rich country. There's no need to cut public services, tax the rich, and we could have a decent welfare state and workers in decent pay and pensions.
How do you think the protest went?
Protest went really good. It's still going, which is good. It's been nice and peaceful. Really enjoying the atmosphere. Really, the police are being really friendly. They're the 99% and the 99%. Yeah, we're all the 99%, except for that 1%. We're too greedy.
So has it been a good day so far?
Yeah, it's been a good day. It's been nice and peaceful. Been enjoying it. So, yeah, hopefully it'll roll on and continue.
So is that the plan for next week? I heard.
Well, hopefully, if it's being occupied, it's probably we'll still be here next week. And next weekend, I think they're wanting to get even more people down and boost the numbers again, which will be good because it's bound to have a few people drifting away during the week. But
so,
yeah.
One final question. Considering the time it took to organise this particular event in Edinburgh, I think it was only a week. Are you satisfied, more than satisfied with the turnout?
I'm very satisfied with the turnout. I didn't have anything to do with the organising, but I'm glad at the turnout. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to see people actually caring on Edinburgh streets for once. Yeah.
Around 200 of the protesters in Edinburgh took to the streets with their banners, placards and voices to march across George Street, Lothian Road, the Mound and the Royal Mile. However, the decision for the march to proceed was long awaited, as no real leader of the cause presented themselves. The atmosphere in the square when all protesters met again after the march was relatively light-hearted, and before long the protest was over and the square emptied as peacefully as it filled.